Good morning, students. This is our second lecture from chapter 6th. Now, today we will see about our next topic, lipids. In previous topics, we have discussed about carbohydrates. Now we will discuss about lipids. These are micromolecules with greasy consistency containing long hydrocarbon chain, which shows carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. But in case of lipids, hydrogen to oxygen ratio is more than 2:1. In case of carbohydrates, the ratio is reverse. Now, lipids are actually broader term used for fatty acids and its derivatives. Lipids are soluble in organic solvents and they are insoluble in water. Now we will see about fatty acids. So on the screen you are watching fatty acids. Fatty acids are organic acids which consist of hydrocarbon chain ends with carboxylic group, means COOH group. These are of two types. Number one, saturated fatty acids. On the screen, see towards upper side, there is an example of saturated fatty acids containing single bond. For example, palmitic and stearic acid found in animal and plant fats. Now next type, unsaturated fatty acid containing double bonds between carbon atoms. For example, oleic acid found in fats, linoleic acid found in seed oils. Unsaturated fatty acids are liquid at room temperature, so called oils. Fatty acids are basic molecules which makes different types of lipids. Now, lipids are of different types. So we will see about classification of lipids. Now first, simple lipids. So on the screen, you are watching an example of simple lipid, for example, triglyceride. These are esters of fatty acids with different alcohols. In short, fats and waxes are simple lipids. Fats are esters of fatty acids with glycerol, for example, triglycerides. Example you are watching on the screen, see triglyceride. It consists of 3 fatty acid molecules. So on the screen you are watching 3 fatty acid molecules and 1 glycerol molecule. Fats are nutritional source having high calorific value or high calories. Fats act as a reserve food material in living cells, in plants or in animals. In plants, it is stored in seeds to nourish embryo during germination. And in animals, it is stored in adipocytes of adipose tissue and act as a reserve food material. Fats are also deposited in subcutaneous tissue in skin and acts as insulator and minimize heat loss from the body. And if fats are deposited around internal organs, it acts as a mechanical shock absorber. Now we will see another example, wax. On the screen you are seeing wax in beehive. Wax is another example of simple lipid. They consist of long chain of fatty acids with long chain of alcohols present in blood. Also present in gonads, subcutaneous glands of skin, and these are solid at room temperature. Waxes forms water insoluble coating on hairs, on the skin of animals. It is also form outer coating on fruits, outer coating of leaves, and also on stem, etc. Now we will see about next type, compound lipids. So here also we are watching on the screen, there is an example of phospholipid. Phospholipid is an example of compound lipid. Now see, we will see about compound lipids. On the screen you are watching, there is an example of compound lipid, that is phospholipid molecule, which forms an cell membrane structure in the cells. So on the screen you are looking phospholipid molecule of compound lipid. These are again esters of fatty acids containing other group, for example phosphate group. If containing phosphate group, then called phospholipids. If containing sugar, then called glycolipids, etc. Some phospholipids, for example lecithin, also have nitrogenous compound attached to phosphate group. Phospholipids contribute in cell membrane formation. In case of glycolipids, contain glycerol plus fatty acid plus simple sugar, for example galactose or glucose, and containing nitrogen base also. These are also called cerebrosides because these are found in mostly in brain white matter and in myelin sheath. So here we have discussed about compound lipids. They are found combinedly with other groups, so called compound lipids. Now we will see next type, that is sterols or derived lipids. So sterols are also called derived lipids. These are composed of fused hydrocarbon rings and long hydrocarbon side chain. Common example is cholesterol. Cholesterol is a well-known example for us. Cholesterol found in all cells of animals in animals body, but particularly in nervous tissue. Cholesterol is either free from or as cholesterol esters. For example, adrenocorticoids, sex hormones, progesterone, testosterone, estrogen, etc. Vitamin D are synthesized from cholesterol. It is absent in plant cells, but in plants, sterols exist as phytosterols. For example, yam plant or called Dioscorea plant produces steroid compound called diosgenin, which is used in manufacturing of anti-fertility pills for controlling birth. So here we have discussed about simple lipids, then compound lipids, then derived lipids or sterols. Now on the screen you are watching some questions. You have to read this question properly, think on this topic, and write down the answers of these questions. Definitely you will see interesting answers of this question, and after solving these questions, definitely you will understand this second topic from this sixth chapter, that is lipids. So here we have finishing our second topic from sixth lecture, lipids. You have to solve these questions which are present on the screen. Very simple questions are there. Why do high cholesterol level in the blood causes heart diseases? So here you have to discuss, or you have to find what is the role of cholesterol, whether it is essential or non-essential, or if cholesterol level is increase in the blood, then what other diseases are formed in the human body. So here you have to discuss. Number 2, polyunsaturated fatty acids are believed to decrease blood cholesterol level. How? So here you have to find out the answers of these two questions. Now on the screen another some questions are there. Can you tell the answers of this question? Differentiate between the saturated and unsaturated fatty acid. At the starting of our lecture, we have discussed about saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. We have also discussed about their differences, so definitely you can tell the answer of this question. Okay. Now next question, what are lipids? Classify them and give at least one example of each. So here we have also discussed about classification of lipids, simple lipids, compound lipids, derived lipids, with its example, its role, etc. So definitely you have to solve this question on your notebook. Take a photo and send me on WhatsApp number. And if you are getting any doubt, problem or curiosity about this topic, then ask me questions, send me on my WhatsApp number, and as far as possible I will give answer of your doubts and your curiosity. So here we have finished our second topic from 6th chapter Biomolecules, that is lipids. In next lecture we will discuss about our next topic, that is proteins. Thank you.